What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about the 3 core competencies of any business, but why this is important, especially if you're in the adult day business. Before I go into the details, before you learn all this great information, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, show me a little love, show Dre a little love, just make us feel appreciated just a little bit. I mean, you don't got to do that much. Every like, every comment makes us feel great. Like, who doesn't want to help someone else? Like, I want to help you. You got to help us, right? It's all free. We're doing this for free. Anyways, all right, so today we're talking about the 3 core competencies of every business. And it's very important for you to understand this because a lot of times people who get into business for themselves, they have a tendency to be maybe good in one of these areas and very bad in another. And so a lot of times, entrepreneurs maybe that are good in all 3 of these areas, can basically get any business like off the ground and almost do it successfully without the help of other specialists. But if this is not you, if there's certain areas that are not your favorite, are not strengths, but are weaknesses, then it might be helpful to find somebody that you can bring on the team that can complement your weaknesses. But first you gotta understand what areas of the company are important. What makes up this company? Because of course, yes, there's job roles, there's titles, there's different roles like when you first start out versus when you've been open for 6 months versus a year from now. And as you continue to grow and evolve, the roles will continue to grow and evolve with the company. And you'll bring on more and more people and they'll do less things. And then people will become specialists in certain areas and you'll have very specific roles for them. But until then, what do? So the 3 core competencies of every business, period, whether it's the ice cream shop down the street or some dog sitting service or an adult day center, these are the 3 areas. So number 1, sales and marketing. Number 2, operations. And number 3, finance. And at the end of the day, these 3 competencies, they make up every business. Like this is what every business is made up of. It's that simple. Well, not really. So anyways, when you think about this though, right? Your sales and marketing, this could potentially be a multitude of things, right? It's lead generation. It's, it's going out and marketing and branding. It's, okay, how do we actually help someone get to close and actually turn that, all that marketing and that branding and that brand awareness and those leads into actual customers, right? So there's a lot of things underneath this particular bucket that make up the sales and marketing core competency, but do you have what it takes to be able to understand what a funnel is and how to generate those leads and how to go out there and market your business and then how to close that sale and then how to bring that customer through the customer acquisition process? Are you well versed in that? Is that a strength of yours or is that a weakness? You need to make this assessment because at the end of the day, without sales and marketing, you ain't gonna have operations and finance, that's for sure. But without operations and finance, your sales aren't gonna stay around too long either. So you need all 3 of them and they're all 3 of them are important, right? But you have to understand where am I strong in, right? So now operations, how are you with people? Do you like leading people? Do you like investing your time, your energy, and your resources in others? Is that important to you? Are you someone that enjoys being around different personality types? Because if you have a specific personality type that you're used to, when you get into business for yourself, guess what? You have to become Switzerland, okay? And you just gotta figure out how to work with every personality type that you could ever imagine. Because every person that works in your organization is gonna come with different personalities and they're gonna be colorful. That's all I'm gonna say. So are you ready? Are you prepared to handle the craziness and the drama, and the good stuff too? But are you ready to instill in people, qualities to help grow them as individuals? Or does the idea of that make you sick to your stomach? You gotta ask yourself these questions, right? So do I like to get out there and sales and market? Do I like to talk to people outside my comfort zone, go to networking events and develop those new relationships? What do I think about leading people and within my organization? And number 3 is finance. Do you like numbers? Do numbers scare the living daylights out of you? Or do you actually enjoy looking at charts, looking at a profit and loss statement, understanding how, what your income is, what your expenses are, understanding kind of like the general rule of thumb when it comes to finance. Like, does it excite you? Do you understand, how debt works or how interest rates work? Or, do you understand how accounting works? Enough to at least be able to communicate with others that might actually help support you, like an accountant or a bookkeeper, where you can at least have a grasp on the health of your business when it comes to financials, right? Because you need to understand this, because what happens if everything you think is going good, you got people in your center, everything seems and appears to be going good, but the reality of it is that you're losing 20, 30, 40 grand a month, and you only have 2 months of runway left, and the plane is about to crash. Like, you need to be aware of how finances work, how to manage and monitor finances, so you can, plan for those types of events. And you can manage the business so you can make sure that you make it profitable, and you know where there's waste and where to cut waste, and you know, how to bring in, revenue, and how to structure your expenses in a way that allows for you to have a profitable business. So, do you enjoy sales and marketing? Do you enjoy operations? Do you enjoy finance? The reality of it is, I'm trying to cut okay, so for those that may not know, there's been a couple of videos where I've gotten like stuck in this pattern of saying, the reality of it is. So my goal is to break myself of this pattern. So anytime I'm about to say it, I gotta call myself out, because then it makes me aware of it, and hopefully eventually it just goes away and I don't say it again. So that being said, that's my new one. Watch me get stuck at this one now. But that being said, when it comes to these 3 core competencies, you have to really identify which one is your strength. And I can honestly tell you here, my strength, is definitely sales and marketing, but I've learned like how to do operations, and I can do operations. I'm probably not the best person at it, but I know I'm at least good enough to be able to do it well. And I understand how important it is. It's just not my specialty. This comes to me naturally. This is something I had to learn. And when it comes to finance, that did come to me naturally, but the idea of understanding how capital works through a cash flow statement, how debt service works, understanding my P&L to the extent in which that I could manage the P&L through my leadership team, where I'm able to communicate the message, convey the things that are important to help them manage the business in a way that is doing it fiscally responsible. So, all that being said, in this case, I was fortunate enough to be able to understand and be able to do all 3 of these things. And as time has gone on, we've slowly let some of those go to other people, but you have to ask yourself, who can you bring onto your team, or who do you have that is coming to work with you that you can let some of those things go? Who is going to be those person? What are you really good at? What are you absolutely terrible at? And can you replace yourself or bring someone on that is better than you in some of those areas if they're not strengths of yours? So I hope this was helpful. This is very important for any small business owner that's getting started. You really got to do this self-assessment and be honest with yourself. Don't kid yourself. This is real life. You're spending potentially your life savings. You are going all in on this business idea, and it is going to scare the hell out of you. But if you at least know what you're good at and what you're bad at, you can make a better educated guess. You can have a higher odd or a greater chance of probability of success because you were being honest with yourself in the beginning. That being said, guys, we will see you on the next one. Make sure you go to adcpro.com. Join us on our monthly webinars. Check out all of our videos on YouTube. You can go to our Facebook page and join our private Facebook group. And if you are interested in opening your very own Active Age franchise, go to activeagecare.com/franchise. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click here. We'll see you guys next time.